So yeah, what does that mean? What does it mean for you to have some peace of mind, to have some peace at heart? Good morning and welcome at the guidance series. So, first, we are going to apply some standards. So, we are going to free our minds from all negative thoughts. So, before you go further into this broadcast, you need to free your mind, of course, and you need to be in a Zen state of mind. So, if you have something that needs to go off your chest, then do that first because it's not good to take that into this broadcast. Because if we understand our human conditioning, that we are always, uh, or sometimes we are, pointing fingers outwards to everything that's wrong, not changing one thing in ourselves. And then all the good information uh, is going to be bad with such mindset. So, first, you need to free your mind from all negative thoughts if you want to proceed in this broadcast because it will automatically conflict. That's how the brain works, yes, and your mindset works. So, first, free your mind from negative thoughts, doom thinking, and free yourself from fear. So, don't be afraid. So, if people are afraid and if people are, what was it saying? Anyways, I had a hard waking up this morning. So, we need to get these things off our chest. So, what I want to get rid of before I start this broadcast are actually two things that I will also ask everybody to pray for in their own way because this broadcast goes beyond religion. So it does not matter which religious background you have, but it does matter how kind that you are. So the purpose of religion is how to become kind. So show your kindness. So take in your prayers peace on earth. And I know just saying that word, the algorithms and AI, all social media and all these apps are downplaying to talk about the P word. I should have called it the P word and make it thicker banner because, for example, if you do a post of a band, you get a lot of views. If you post something and you use the P word, yes, peace. So then I tried, okay, I'm going to talk about no more war. But now that's also, and then they downplay it that you maybe get 10 views or something. So that's not really nice of all these apps that peace talks are actually hidden on, for example, an utterly evil app like TikTok. So yeah, boycott TikTok and grow the awareness. It's a shame that I need to use it, but it is what it is. If you want to get people gathering, then we need to do that. Even if we don't like to, we need to take the responsibility that there are also beautiful souls on the internet. So we want peace on earth, and of course, these topics are always loaded because people are within duality. And here, duality is out. This broadcast duality is out, so we do not pick sides between which country and the other country, like it's a football match. No, we are not going to do that. We are going to say no more war. End all the wars on this planet now. No more war on my planet. So everybody knows that it's overrated to say Syria, Gaza, Ukraine, Russia, and so on. So take in your prayers to pray for peace on earth. The second thing is the cataclysms of nature. Yes, we are living in the end times. Here I am. Here I am. I forgot to open the can. So the other things is the cataclysms of nature, and now there is a major wildfires alert in Canada. So I also want to ask you to take within your prayers uh, the wildfires in Canada, but all other cataclysms that you see passing by, like those insane hailstorms. So let's pray that all cataclysms happening on Earth may be mild. Yes, so we are asking for mildness to that situation. So I hope you all have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, always have some water on the side. So we are going to do the breathing techniques soon. And we are going to do some breathing and meditating to relax our mind. So other standards that we apply in this broadcast is to listen to understand instead of listen to reply. To be also, when we free our mind, yes, then we can open our mind to receive all the mindfulness. Yes, so that is very important to understand that the purpose of freeing your mind and then opening your mind to pursue mindfulness is to make sure that there are no errors coming in. Yeah, so for example, when I did not free my mind from negative thoughts, then the good stuff that you want to take to consume for yourself, yes, has that second voice behind it. So it can distort it in such a way that the truth of the mindful teachings is just going to be a little bit guided in the wrong way, so you do not understood it. And often it is like when people do not understand it, yes, then the messenger must be wrong. But maybe the message is not wrong, but maybe we did not free your mind from negative thoughts, from negative influence, yes. So we didn't proceed with a free mind, yes. So don't be afraid. So we have our prayers going now for peace on earth and for the cataclysms. Think about the heavy weather, flooding, forest fire in Canada, yes. And then, yeah, why, somebody asked, why can we not build water bombers? Yes, we can flatten Kiev, but we cannot build water bombers, so a lot of water is going to be brought on forest fire. It would be a good idea to use the military industrial complex indeed for all the good stuff and not for all the sick kind of stuff. So that is what we are going to park for now. So it's off the chest. Yes, now we need to park it to the side, freeing our mind further. And now we are going to put our hands together like this. Yes, we do a bow. And when I bow, my hands go like this. Yes. And this is also how I can make a gesture towards you. Yes. So this is my left, this is my right, my yin and yang energy coming together. And we are going to sit from. Yes. That is much better. Like, and we slowly breathe. Take a couple good of deep breath. So when we are breathing, it goes into the underbelly. Yes. So we breathe deeply until the underbelly, your key center. So your key center, they say, if you take two fingers like this, put it underneath your belly button, and then about 4 centimeters to the right side, there is your second soul. So you could say your belly button is connected with the ancestral line. Yes. So that is your second key, is your ancestral line. And it's your second soul, and your first soul is over here, both your eyebrows and between the eyes, on your forehead. So when people in the Netherlands or in Europe are doing this, amen, they're actually saying that you need to purify your uh, third eye. So take some slow and deep breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So when we are now feeling comfortable, we are ready to receive. and you are free, you're not afraid, and we can continue. And you can now focus on, while you inhale through your nose, you can focus on receiving divine light, love, and healing. So when you breathe in through your nose, you bring it deeply to your underbelly, and this might not work at the first time. That's why you need to practice this daily. Have some devotion. And while you exhale, you do it with the expression of gratitude. And you can be grateful for everything and anything, really. So, for example, you can be grateful for Mother Earth carrying your weight and say, thank you, Mother Earth, for carrying my weight. And you exhale. Then you breathe in love, light, and healing. Exhale. Thank you for the coffee that I could drink in the morning. Thank you so much. And you breathe in again. Love, light, and healing. And you breathe out. You can be thankful for your breakfast, for example. And this technique, if that is not going to make you happy, then I don't know what's wrong. So please continue like that. So we are going to have for a while. So now we bow again and we close our practice of receiving divine light from within. So now we are going into the guide word of the week. Let me see. Oh, first of all, it was copied by yeah. Sunao was the guide word of the week of last week, and we have some reading insights, um, which are going to pop up in the ticker banner now. So yeah, doing things according to the will of Su. That's the meaning of Sunao. Yet with the understanding that you have free will. And another insight came that animals are naturally Sunao, which means that the animals on this planet are naturally of nature doing what they do. So, for example, the cow eats grass. For example, the lion eats the cow. So they are programmed to keep this ecosystem in balance. So very important to have this understanding of nature and territory in which certain predators or prey are living. And that is also the solution to any plague of that kind. Yes. So that was about snow. Of course, we had last night qualified as the gemstone. You can watch the previous broadcast about it. Um, then we have the herb rosemary, as scientists have proven that smelling rosemary is stimulating the brain. So therefore, rosemary. So now we are going to, on request, the guide word of the week, and I do not know why this is doing that. It should not. Go that fast at once. So I was asked to do the guide word compassion. So we are going to talk about compassion. We are going to talk about the gemstone of the week, the black onyx, the herb of the week, white sage, and it's going to be grateful information. Also, because the black onyx, for example, is a stone to help you with processing your emotions. Yeah, so for your inner healing and your inner trauma processing, the black onyx is a great stone for that. And of course, the white sage, in addition to that, yeah. So carry your black onyx, and you are going to use white sage to purify the surroundings from negative energies. Um, is creating that safe place, yes? So it's going to be great. So first we are going to the quotes, the quotes of the day, and that is this, ladies and gentlemen. based on four great virtues: bravery, wisdom, love, and friendship, symbolized by fire, heaven, earth, and water. Quote, Moriai Uesha. So it has the understanding of the elements: fire, heaven, earth, and water. So you must be brave to get some peace of mind. You need to have some wisdom to get some peace of mind. You need to love your peace of mind. And of course, you need to share that with others, with your friends. So here I'm going to ask you to share the broadcast with your friends of people that might need some advice or help with their mourning, with their sadness, with their readjusting and resetting their minds, uh, you know, for some mindful education. So this is the quote of the week, and then we are going to the gemstone of the week. And what you see there is the black onyx. And as I said earlier, this is a great stone for when you lost your loved ones, you had a burial. Uh, then the black onyx is good, for example, to carry for a longer time, also for maybe, it happened like 5 years ago. Then the black onyx is a great stone to help you with some older hurt, pain, sadness in your life. So it's a power stone, yes? It's a power stone emotionally, but also physically. It is going to boost your confidence and your courage. It's a stone of stability, balance. It's balancing out your emotions. And this is very important to carry your black onyx while you are going to ground. So I did not mention this in the beginning, but I need to work on a program. But that's a lot of typing because reconnection is really important also at the beginning of the practice. Yeah, so you need to reconnect with Mother Earth. So you let roots grow till the center of Mother Earth, grounding, and that's where the black onyx is coming in handy because it helps you ground, especially in these times of changing. And now the times are changing quickly, and it's quickly going into the wrong direction. So we need to guide each other in the right direction. So this black onyx is also helping you to let go the mourning and the sadness. Yes. So this stone is really for balancing out your emotions over a longer time or current time, and it helps you to let go these emotions. It helps you ground, and this grounding with a black onyx, with letting roots grow till the center of Mother Earth, is amplifying your fundamental action. Yes, the way you stand, So that's the gemstone of the black clothing. So if there are any questions about anything that I say, you can ask me them during the week from Monday to Friday. There will be live stream. These will also be promoting live stream, so I will not at any time be there, but I will be there in the morning during my own session, at the evening during my own session, and maybe sometimes I will check out if there are any comments. So within a day, it's safe to say that if you comment on a broadcast from Monday till Friday, I can answer some questions. So any other questions during this broadcast are postponed till the end and maybe will not find their answer in this broadcast, and they might be answered in the next one. So we will see how this is going to work. I give input, I give output, and you can see what your feedback is. This is where you and I need to have that energy going. We understand each other, it's clear, we listen to understand, it's understood that no further questions are need to be asked. So from the black onyx, we are going to the herb of the week, which is the white sage. So why am I putting these in these guidance series? You will find out that the first thing that we are going to take care of is like your brain, like freeing your mind. And we have rosemary, which is actually enhancing your brain, stimulating your brain. Um, and now we have white sage. So the first broadcast and this broadcast, if you bring the broadcast together, you will start to get a ritual, a morning ritual. I hope you will make it, and maybe also an evening ritual. But at least in the morning, if you cannot do it twice a day, but I carry from the morning till the evening, I carry my practice with me. So I never intended that to stop. But that would be a lot for people that are not experienced in it, because distractions are tempting. So we are talking here about white sage, which is there for, and it's traditionally used as a space clearing plant to remove negative energy indoors and outdoors. So when you first stimulate the brain with rosemary, then you are going to use the white sage, and you are going to burn it, and you walk through your house to actually make the spiritual world more lovely. Let's say it like that. Um, its fresh herbal fragrance rejuvenates the mind and enhances mental clarity and memory. The ancient practice of burning white sage for cleansing has roots in uh, tribes, yes, the earlier tribes of what is now called America. The way they put it now is actually completely wrong. So if you were going to say that it has roots in Native American tradition, then you were wrong because the American nativists very recently created. So the Native American is actually all the people after America was born, but so that's wrong. So we need to say the right thing. You could say, as roots in Navajo tradition, yes, or Cherokee tradition. That's how we are going to make, and not all the nonsense, which is not even true because do the Scottish in America do that? No. So enough said about that because we want to bring unity among all people. So yes, imagine you wake up, you have your wine sage, you have your different herbs, and I'm going to give you herbs to cook with that are enriching you. Um, you are going, oh my God, I do this to myself because it's so great. Yes. So, yeah, wine sage, absolutely powerful cleansing herb. So imagine you wake up, you have your white sage, you free your mind first, yes, from fear, from doom thinking, yes. And then you are going to sniff some rosemary, yes. You make your ceremonial tea, this is getting awesome. And then you have your white sage for some smudge. So the place that you are going to choose to sit, to settle, you are going to smudge. Yes, this is amazing. So next time, next guidance series, we are also going to start with smudging, and I'm going to show it. And then when you smudge with the white sage, and you will know that you are space clearing before you are going into that guidance series. You will have space clearing of negative energies, and you are going to make the spiritual world more lovely. And that's why it's a great space clearing plan. Not in the sense to scare away the negative entities, what people wrongfully think, because people are in duality, but duality is out. So no duality in this broadcast, because it's only making the attraction. Yes? So when you start to use incense or smudging or white sage, what you basically do is you attract that what is attracted to white sage. You're not scaring off anything, but same with, for example, classical music or origin, root music, ancient drums and trumpets. They are not meant to scare things off. Yes, that is a wrong understanding where humans were creating fear to each other, which is not something that you should do. So what it truly does is that when you use the white sage, the negative entities, the negative energies will not get attracted by it. Yes. So they might not like the frequency, the vibe from that smell, and that's why they stay away. It's not because they are scared, but it's more of dislike. So you clear your space with white sage, yes, so you can feel safe. You free your mind from fear. White sage is going to help you because you are confident and that it's going to clear out your space. then you are safe. So there's no reason to be afraid. Yes. So then, when you free your mind, you have an incense building, you are going to breathe, and then you still will smell the white sage everywhere. Yes. So you are also smelling your own smartphone. So you're going to breathe in deeply and like you do with a free mind. Yes, you're going to do the practice of receiving divine light of breathing and the expression of gratitude. Yes, imagine that you would undergo this. If I am not able to make you smile during a session, then I'm really doubting my own superhuman powers. So yeah, that is white sage for you. So we have white sage, we have black onyx, and this is really important for your um, helping you with processing your own trauma and also the focus. And so when you are focused in the morning on doing your own ritual, and you can use as much influential stuff that you can get more powerful. So you are using the gemstone, but you are also doing the research of your gemstone. Yes. So, for example, what they are saying uh, about the black onyx, yes. So the black onyx is a type of chalcedony, which is itself a form of microcrystalline quartz. Onyx stones have straight, nearly parallel bands or layers of color, which allow skilled gem carvers to cut away material to create cameos and intaglias with extraordinary depth and contrast. These distinctive banding patterns distinguish the stone from other gemstones and contribute significantly to its onyx meaning and jewelry design. So that's another part of the onyx stone that you can and I actually found a website that might be to your interest. So I'm going to leave the website in the book section where they have a lot of information about different gemstones. Um, so they are answering the question as onyx a type of a god, clarifying the relationship, when defining what makes pure onyx. There are two prevalent perspectives. Some mineralogical reference materials consider onyxes a variety of agate, suggesting the term onyx should specifically refer to black, brown, or white banded agates or those with monochromatic light and dark bands. Other sources, including the ITS, view both agates and onyxes as banded varieties of chalcedony, distinguishing them by band orientation. Agates have concentric or curved bands, while onyxes display straight or nearly parallel bands, regardless of color. In either classification system, onyx remains fundamentally a chalcedony, whether categorized as a variety or sub-variety. So, yeah, look at this onyx. Isn't that beautiful? So we can learn a lot about gemstones. And this is the website, gemsociety.org. So they are giving you the contents of the stone. So not only the spiritual meaning is important, but also how it formed, like what I was saying about the way olivine was formed in a volcano, and that divine light was shining on that process, that the materialize divine light. That's what they say about the olivine stone. So, yes. So let these stones guide you and also pay, to understand what is the spiritual value of the stone in which it can help you with. So you pick that stone because its spiritual essence and that it's a reminder to you, yes, that when you carry that stone, that you pay attention, for example, to your inner trauma, to process your inner trauma. So you need to build a relationship with these stones, understanding these stones, so they can be most effective to you. Yes, and often these stones are able to choose you. Yes, but that is for people that can understand such things. Then we are going to the guide word compassion. So I almost forgot that one. Um, let me see. So we are going to take the word compassion. So let's take our time for that. Oh, now I'm big on the screen. Um, okay, okay, okay. Compassion. So we are going to define compassion, the meaning of compassion, which is actually to enlighten others' suffering. Yes. So sympathetic pity and concern for the suffering or misfortunes of others. In simple words, they say that compassion literally means to suffer together, which is not truly um, what it should be. So compass. So if I put a dot, then I have compass dot sion. So it's guiding somebody else's suffering into an enlightening direction would be getting more close to that compass of understanding this word. Among emotion researchers, it is defined as a feeling that arises when you are confronted with another's suffering and feel motivated to relieve that suffering. Compassion is not the same as empathy or altruism, though the concepts are related. Yeah, they are related by wisdom, and wisdom is the behavior that you show when you are compassionate. So behavior is the proof of you are compassionate or something else. So how are we going to take this word for our whole week? Like um, in the broader aspect, we see a lot of suffering from people by by war or by natural cataclysms like the forest fires in Canada, the hailstones, softball size, knocking you out, the flooding, etc., etc. So, war and natural cataclysms are plenty on this planet because humanity is simply not living in harmony with nature, but we are a part of nature. Yes. So I'm glad to also add to that uh, nature does not want to eradicate all of humanity from this planet. That is not the will of nature. But a lot will perish if we are not in harmony with nature. So this broadcast is actually my compassion to all of humanity. Yes. So how to be saved? Yeah, my compassion says, hello, at the moment when I observe the amount of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions and the times are proceeding, it's not wise to go dance and hike on a volcano. So stay away from any volcano. The most sleepy volcano might go to boom bang erupt before you know it. We are in these end times that we need to be prepared for natural disaster. Our minds must be free so we can feel, hey, no, we are smart, we are not going to dance on a volcano. We stay away, we take this responsibility. So hold yourself responsible, move away from any volcano. It's too dangerous during end time. Only the smart ones or the chosen ones will think like, okay, I know it now. I'm out of my way. And this is also each morning after you did your ritual, your meditation, you are in a good vibe before you go outside that door. Make sure you are weather informed because the supercells with all this weather manipulation are popping out like nothing on this planet. Yes, like, oh, it was all bright and sunny now and then, but supercell. Yes, so be weather prepared so you have a forecast. So also when you go on a holiday, please look, well, when was the last time the earthquake there? Yes, well, what were the weather type conditions there? Yes, maybe we should not go there because a mile on the other side is a forest fire. Yes, so get as much information before you go on a journey. Be informed by the weather, be informed about uh, all these different conditions that I was going through, and then you can be safe. Yeah, so I was warning people and they didn't listen. And well, the outcome was that you are going to be a black onyx. So to process all these emotions. So yeah, it's my compassion that I'm doing this for others, for other humans. I don't even know you, as you are all strangers to me that I meet on the cyber world. But it's my compassion that is saying, hey, and yeah, friends that listen to me said, yeah, can help me in, before the accident happened, it was already solved. Just by simply, there are going to be a heavy thunderstorm there, so you're not going to hike. Or you go hike and you are in the middle of that softball hill, it's not going to be fun. So, in these end times, it's very important that you inform yourself. weather conditions are, inform yourself about what the situation is. Also with flying, when you choose to get in a plane, and soon I might get on a plane, the first thing I'm going to notice is what they are going to say about the conditions about the plane. I'm going to ask the pilot if he trusts that the plane is going to make a journey like the planes are now dropping out of the airline flies. Uh, so be aware. Yes, so when you go outside, be aware. Be aware about what the circumstances are so you don't get surprised. So when you go to take a car, make sure you have these little candles in your car. Make sure you have a cloth that can keep you warm in the car, or that aluminum thing to keep you warm. Yes? Make sure you have some water in your car. So when your car breaks down, you do not need to worry for the first 3 hours, for the first 3 days. Yes? So this is what was happening when there was a strike and people were like, yeah, by snow, they got snowed in. And yeah, for a long time they were standing with the car in snow. So the ones that were prepared, that think like, hey, I'm going on a journey, I'm going there in a weather conditioning that it would snow, so you better have a little survival kit in your car. Yes? What's wrong with just being prepared and have some survival stuff in your car? It's not like food prepping, not at all. But just a little bit to make yourself comfortable, like, for example, it gives you a great feeling when everybody is stressing out and you are prepared and like, oh yeah, now we can use our survival stuff. Yeah, yeah, I like to do that. So yeah, always make sure that at your home you at least have for 3 weeks, but preferably 3 months that you cannot do now. I probably have for 3 days. So in the following weeks, I'm plus and hopefully I get some money so I can also have some 3 months of food, for example, when the big energy fall out. So when energy fall out, the first 3 days, it's most likely so. When it's going bigger than that, you are into war, then you are talking about 3 months, unless it's a never-ending one. But prepare yourself before you go out. I know we are moving extensively over the 1 hour. It's a longer, normally I would practice in 1 hour, but it's going to be 1.5 hours. But I think that it's important that I show my compassion to you, that I want you to be safe. Yes, so you start to be feeling safe when you do that ritual with the white sage. Yes, open evening, yes, this will help you, and you will feel alright. But hey, if you go outside prepared, hey, nothing can happen. Nothing can happen. So stay safe, yes, and stay kind. So yeah, this was my compassionate thing that I can do for you. And yes, I think it's really nice to start to be that warrior in the garden instead of a gardener in war. Yes, it's also with. So we need to prepare ourselves in these good days that when there is not yet war, and we need to spread the word peace people a chance to return to peace. And so therefore, we make avoid of peace. And yes, there are so many standards to apply to do to get in the perfect guidance setting. So the reconnection is really important. So I need to make what is happening, it goes into the different level. So that she, and it's difficult sometimes to what's normal for me, what's actually naturally going by me, needs to be in a certain order for you guys to understand. And so freeing your mind is the most important, that you have a free mind. And then you open up your mind for the mindfulness that we are going to talk about, and we are going to guide you in the right direction. But then you also need to reconnect. You need to reconnect with your inner self. You need to reconnect with Mother Earth, and that roots grow to be center of Mother Earth. You need to reconnect with your higher self. And you need to reconnect with Source Soup. Yes? So in particular manner, we see now freedom mind of negative thoughts. We slowly and deeply. Then we are going to breathe slowly. Yes? Then we are going to connect and run. Then we are going to focus on that meditation session of breathing love and receiving my life. Yes? So this is really important to do that together with the additional information of, for example, using white sage. It's nothing before you set it up. You can lit a candle to remind you the light. Yes? So you lit a candle. You smudge. But before you go to do that, you are not going to do that with negative state of mind. So you need to have a free mind of negative thoughts, thinking. That should be free before you touch a herb, a candle, or anything. So because you don't want to set your special moment in a negative fight, because a negative fight will go through the whole space until the end of your session. And you know what people say, that it doesn't work. No, really, it doesn't work. When this does not work for you, then you do something wrong. And that's all. When this does not work for you, you do something wrong. So then you are not free from guilt, and you are not free from fear, and you are not free from thinking. That's the wrong thing when you enter this broadcast, that you keep that mindset. That's not allowed here. It needs to be thrown in the bin, then you open up, and then when you are going to lit that candle with your heart full of grace, and you're going to lit that incense with your heart full of peace, and you're going to smile, and you set a spiritual bubble of love, light, and healing in your surroundings, all other beautiful thoughts that you can come up with. Make the spiritual world all of you. And then you are going to put your hands together. You are going to breathe deeply, so your body also as is with oxygen, you get more oxygen in your blood, which means more oxygen to your brain. But breathe is the power of you are harmonizing the energies with your hands together, the yin and the yang. And when you inhale, you focus on receiving even when I love. When you exhale, you do it with an expression of gratitude. Thank you, Sue, for all that you have created. This is an important little prayer. Be grateful for the Creator for everything He created. So you do not miss out like, oh, I was not thankful for example, for that plant in the garden because I did not know yet that it was a medicine for me to take to help me with my stomach kidney or something. Powerful, little beautiful moments around. So you did all this, and the world around you is starting to shine brighter. So it shines brighter in the sense you smell that bright same smell in your surroundings. You are free from the blue thinking. You have no guilty feeling because I returned you to innocence and you are receiving all that positivity from the universe. Breathing it in, you are teaching the child inside to grow up and you will be noticing by now that with the stones, the herbs, the guide word, compassion, all together, you are now growing up spiritually. And before you go outside the door, you think, hey, I'm going to see on the radar which weather is around me. What can I expect? I'm going to be surprised. And then I'm going to do my things. And when you are done with receiving for 15 minutes, and you are relaxing, your heart is under control. You smell the white sage, and you feel that the hurry is gone, the negative vibe is gone, your heart is at peace, your mind is at peace. And when you feel in your underbelly, your gut feeling, you have that feeling of it's okay. And creating that moment simply for your healing, it will give you a good feeling. So take care of yourself and each other. And with those words, I'm going to leave this. very much for watching. Until next Sunday, the time might change. So I'm thinking about 3 o'clock instead of doing these guidance series in the morning. The reason is that in my area, the people are sleeping and lazy, and I was also too tired this morning. So, but now I'm all energized and happy. You see, if it can be done to me, it can be done to you as well. So, yeah, I feel amazing. So, really grateful for this. I feel the air. My third eye is feeling warm and ooh, beautiful. But it's distracting. Now, the beautiful feeling is distracting while I'm actually was doing this for profession for you, but I was having it, but it wasn't sleeping in the morning that very well. Okay, this is how it goes now. So before I go, oh, yes, really beautiful. So yeah, the broadcast might go for 3 o'clock. So I will meditate about it. I think 3 o'clock is good. Uh, we will see how that goes. So let's say the guidance series not yet have uh, pointed, and also I think that 3 o'clock because my audience is mainly coming from across the ocean, and I think the USA needs it the most, Canada also, with their current situation. So then 3 o'clock my time will be 9 o'clock in the morning, their time at the East Coast. So the West Coast is, yeah, a little bit more early than it goes to 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But that's something that I need to think about how that all will be. Anyways, you are informed now, so the time might change. So during the week, you can give me feedback about the new renewed insights about taking compassion outside. As you see now, these are the current topics of the week. Yeah? So compassion is what to practice for a week. The black onyx and of course white sage. How beautiful is that? Black and white coming together. Ooh. And then you are going to rock. And always say goodbye. Peace out. No, peace in.